Good evening. I'm Rock Phillips with DateStamp, and I'm standing here in the front offices of Winnow Jones and Associates, where we have just learned of a potential kingpin of a very clandestine operation located right here in the heart of north central Wisconsin. Please join me over the next few minutes as we uncover the truth and peel back the layers in this very intense investigative report that we will call Beat of His Own Drum. So just who is this man? David H. Drum grew up in humble beginnings. At least, that's what we're saying happened. Honestly, we really don't know anything about Dave before he showed up here in central Wisconsin. All we know for sure is that he left the greater Milwaukee area in the dark of night after a long association with a Weiss guy. So then, what do we really know about him? We've recently caught up with a couple of current associates, and although they were initially reluctant to appear on camera, this is what they were willing to say.
Dave who?
What do I really know about Dave? I don't know.
Dave Drum. Dave Drum. I got him on my cell phone, so I'm pretty sure he still works here, but Dave. Oh, there was that time that Dave and that was someone else. I really like it. Can I call him?
Excuse me, can we ask you a...
No comment. I gotta get this to Dave. I gotta go. No comment.
Were they speechless, witless, or scared into silence? Regardless, we were able to track down this person who was able to share some insight.
He's fearless. He has given me a new perspective as far as fear, especially like on the water. And I've adopted his philosophy to the T. If weather's bad and it becomes like ocean on the water when you're out fishing, never fear, because there's always a tavern on the horizon or in a cove someplace so you can go finish the day out strong.
Fearless, indeed. But what about ruthless? Maybe. As our crack team of investigative journalists have uncovered, there is another side to Mr. Drum. We have learned from a previous business associate who wishes to remain anonymous that Mr. Drum would force manual labor in the most extreme environment.
He made me build a deck on his house in St. Germain in the middle of winter, and snow 18 inches deep. People would stop their cars and just stare, but I couldn't escape.
One of the more disturbing facts that we've uncovered is that for many years Mr. Drum engaged in cat mind control. Like Pavlov and his dogs, Dave would coerce Fred the friendly feline into doing his bidding by using a device known in certain circles as the can opener. The can opener is not the only thing that Mr. Drum wields in order to get others to do his bidding. Twice a month, he is able to influence his fellow associates with something known as the paycheck. Our hidden camera recently captured one of these transactions in progress.
Hey, man. Don't have to worry about the sun coming in here, do you? No. Not yet. Oh, you don't get one.
This brings us to our next topic, money. Mr. Drum is suspiciously always around the money.
Years ago, when Hugh was president of the company, he told me one day that I should lock up the deposit books. I don't know what he was afraid of, but I think he was afraid of Dave depositing money.
Depositing money? But for what purposes? There have been allegations that he is involved in an office football pool that is run by someone known only as the commish. The commish is always on top of the standings, and the two can be seen talking together about the office pool in private.
Ooh, freebies! Get all the good stuff.
About hiring sharpshooters to take them out.
In Schofield?
Yeah.
Really?
In the west. And, said, well, look the other way, shoot the basket.
I
Don't
think
cost us anything for that.
exactly. I think the cops and everything turn a blind eye.
Is this commish on the take? And who's really running the office pool? Seems obvious. And it also seems that Mr. Drum is always able to spend money on the toys.
I think most people know he has every toy in the on Earth as far as outdoor fishing, all-terrain, just about everything. And but they're also shiny new that you cannot look at them in direct sunlight because they sparkle and the glare will kill you.
Well, I used to have a boat, although I don't think it was ever in the water. Come to think of it, he had a boat before that boat that was never in the water.
I know he had a really nice fifth wheel. I don't think he ever used it.
I think he had a four-wheeler, but I don't think he ever used the thing.
I know that he built a humongous greenhouse up north of Nancy. I think he's got room for like 200 poinsettias in there.
I know he's got a John Deere Gator. I don't know if he's ever used that. In fact, the seat still had plastic on it when I had seen it.
Okay. You know, I know that Dave has a really nice sauna on his place up north, and not sure if he ever uses that, but I know that I think when I was up there looking at it that I thought he said that he got it from Nancy, so not sure if she uses it, but it's...
So if there's all these things that aren't being used, what would be the purpose of them? It is our belief that they are part of a fencing and or money laundering scheme. But to what extent? Perhaps it is for funding Dave's team of goons that he has dispersed throughout the entire Midwest. These good fellas scour their territories looking for potential projects. We have also learned that Dave uses his connections with the nefarious I Square Foot Consortium as a way to organize these hooligans. A truly daunting task indeed. No doubt that Mr. Drum is not a man to be trifled with. So, what have we learned about this man? Well, like most news journalism shows, not a whole lot, and nothing really useful. While David Drum has been a constant fixture here at Winnow Jones and Associates for the last 25 years, he remains to be a man shrouded in mystery. But one thing is for certain. He is most definitely a man that we should all respect and admire. That's all the time we have for this evening. Tune in next time for our expose on the Iron Frog Syndicate, urban legend, or covert shadow organization. I'm Rock Phillips for DateStamp. Good night and Godspeed.